Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Uh, Today we'll discuss about the issues of language, that is the multilingualism and power of language, which is one of the subsection of the part of school education of NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020. Friends, when we talk about language, the practices of language, so far as the country of India is concerned, you see, this is always a very crucial and very complex aspect because you see, India is a country with high diversity. You will find if you move from east to west, from north to south, you will find that there is the diversity within the states and within the countries. Here diversity, you can say, it may be in terms of languages, it may be in terms of culture, tradition and other practices. And this is said that especially in India, within few kilometers you will find that people changes their languages. The practices of languages is different. Even if within a state, you will find that if you move from one part to the other part of the state, one end to the other end of the state, you will find that people, they are speaking the same language in a different form. Okay, so you will get a different experience. So you see, the languages that has been included in the eighth schedule of our constitution, that language got practiced across the country, and that is the part of our curriculum. But at the same time, people speak different dialects, okay, within that languages. So here we can say that we are a multilingual country. People speak differently, okay. In North India, in South India, in Northeast India, in the Western India, you will find different experiences. So that's why it is always a crucial matter. It's always a very complex thing for the part of any policy, for the part of any you can say policy formulation to address the language issues. But here in NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, this part, this sub part which is in the name of multilingualism and power of language, I think this has addressed very nicely. This has been articulated properly and with certain research base. You see, the language practices that presently we are practicing in our school system, we are practicing the three language formula. You see, the same formula that has been written by NEP 2020, three language formula. Okay, so this three language formula, clearly this has been mentioned that among these three languages, at least two languages will be Indian. Okay, let one language, across the schools, it may be a state board school, it may be a central board school. So English is one of the languages, and apart from English, the other two languages will be the Indian languages. That is also being practiced at the present time in our school curriculum. But here, one thing which has been highlighted in the part of multilingualism and power of language, that is, it may be the mother tongue, it may be, you can say, the home language or local language or regional language. So, one recommendation is given that preferably up to class 5, the medium of instruction until at grade 5, but preferably till grade 8. Okay, so until grade 5 means till the completion of the foundational of the preparatory stage. Okay, because preparatory stage is for class 3, 4 and 5, and foundational stage is 3 years of you can say preschool education and 2 years of formal school education, that is class 1 and 5. So these earlier two stages of education as per the new pedagogical structure, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system of education. So here the foundational stage and the preparatory stage, the medium of instruction that has been recommended, it should be mother tongue. It should be mother tongue. So that is both in private school as well as in the government school. But here you see, we should understand the complexity of it, because India is not a country of a single language practice. You will find that multiple languages are being practiced even in a particular area, even in a particular city. So when we take the example of the metropolitan cities, the big cities, just like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai. Okay, so here you will find that the people from different states, they are working in such large cities, and their home language and their school language is different. Okay, so for implementing such language issues, which is given in the NEP 2020, will be very important for the part of the stakeholders. You can say NCERT is given, that NCERT will come forward with a national curriculum framework for school education by 2021. Okay, as per the fundamental principles and as per the recommendations that has been given in the school education, including the language aspect. So definitely, the basics that has been discussed, that has been recommended in NEP 2020, that will be realized in the national curriculum framework of school education 2021, which will be developed by NCERT. But in the coming days, we have to see that how such things are translated into practice. And further, one more thing, you see, keeping mother tongue or recommending mother tongue as the medium of instruction, both in the private as well as the public schools, as well as the government schools, is having certain base. You see, the research says that, as research clearly shows, that children pick up languages extremely quickly between the ages of 2 and 8. Ages of 2 and 8 means it includes, you can say this is the foundational stage. And the multilingualism has great cognitive benefits to young students. Children will be exposed to different languages early on, starting from the foundational stage onwards. You see, at the early years of life, the children, they learn language very quickly. I'm not saying one language, they can learn more than one languages also. And this is the research base, that knowledge constructs, knowledge develops, or the learning that the young child they develop in their own languages, in their mother tongue. So that's why, though the children study different languages, three languages in their school at the foundational and preparatory stage, till the secondary stage. But if you'll ask that how they construct knowledge, how they understand the matter, how they understand the subject and curriculum, then definitely you will find that they develop it in their own languages, in their own mother tongue. So if you can also ask yourself that whenever you read a book, whenever you go through any literature, maybe related to any subject, maybe related to mathematics, maybe related to social science, maybe related to sciences, you will find that the understanding that you are getting, if you ask yourself, definitely you will get a question that you are just reading the literature. You are reading the literature in another languages, which is not your mother tongue. But when you are developing, when you are trying to understand that matter, that subject, okay, that concept, So what you are doing, you are just translating it into your mother tongue. That is the, you can say, internal happening. That is our capacity. That is the capacity of the child, that they understand in their own languages. So this is the research base. So here, keeping in consideration of the research base, so here a strong recommendation is given that to make mother tongue as one's as the medium of instruction, at least at the stage of grade 5, that means up to the preparatory stage, but preferably at the middle stage, that means till the completion of grade 8. Then again, many other important things that has been recommended in this NEP 2020, so far as the language is concerned. Here you see the three language formula, which is earlier practice, that will continue while keeping in mind the constitutional provision, aspirations of the people, regions, and the union, and the need to promote multilingualism as well as promote national unity. You see, friends, this is the beauty of our country, this is the beauty of our constitution, and this is the beauty of the people of this country, that because of many varieties, diversities from one part to other part of this country, but still then we managed to develop a type of unity. Okay, so you will find that irrespective of these diversities, we live together with a commonness, so a common feeling. So that's why we consider that all our diversities are as our strength, not as weaknesses. So here also, when we talk about the language diversity, the same things happen. But addressing such issues in a school curriculum is definitely a difficult task, and this hopefully a good implementation plan will come out by the NCERT, so that across the country the school will not face any difficulties to practice the language issues. Then further, another important recommendation so far language is concerned is given in NEP 2020, that efforts will be made in preparing high quality bilingual textbooks and teaching learning materials for science and mathematics, so that the students are enabled to think and speak about the two subjects both in their home language or mother tongue and in English. So here you see the practices which is going on. You see the children, they are studying English, they are concentrating themselves only in English. Okay, so they are focusing on one languages. Okay, so you will find that they are focusing in one languages, but at the other side, the another language is getting weakened. So, but here, if the learning materials or the textbooks, especially in the subjects like science and mathematics, if it will develop in bilingual, that means both in English as well as the mother tongue of the child, home language of the child, so the child will develop interest to read the textbooks, to read the learning materials, and they will try to understand it also, because this is the research base, that research says in the context of language, that learning takes place in one's own language, in one's own mother tongue. So that's why if the material is available in one's mother tongue, I'm not saying here the material of language and literature, the material of across the subjects, all the subjects. So the child may show interest to read and to understand. Further, another important aspect which is addressed in the language section, that is the classical languages. You see, Sanskrit is a classical language which is included in the 8th schedule of the constitution, and apart from Sanskrit, the other classical languages like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Odia. So you see how to place this language in the curriculum. You see, this has been given in the recommendation. This has been given that at least 3 years, at least at least 2 years of of a classical language of India and its associated literature through experiential and innovative approaches. Means the children should study a classical language at least 2 years, and that is also by using a different pedagogy, that is using the experiential learning approach or learning techniques. So here you see, when we deal the child in languages, so how to teach languages is also, this has also been highlighted in NEP 2020, that how to teach languages. So we can teach languages by using varieties of technique, varieties of strategies. Okay, we can teach it by using the dramatics, we can teach it by using role play and by using different demonstration. Okay, by engaging children in narrating certain things. Okay, so by using certain case studies also. So how to teach language in a very meaningful way, how to teach language in a very interesting way by using different resources, and by engaging the children, to express themselves. So how they will express themselves, how they will depict different situation, how they will narrate different situation. Okay, so such type of practices should be implemented in the school, so far as language is concerned, language teaching is concerned, language learning is concerned. This is given proper importance in the NEP 2020. Then again, we are talking about the global citizen, we are talking about the world class citizen. So when we talk about global citizen, so unless we are prone to understand the languages which is used, which is spoken by the people of other countries, which is considered as the global language. So this has also been highlighted, just like in addition to high quality offering of Indian languages and English, foreign languages such as Korean, Japanese, Thai, French, German, Spanish, and Portuguese and Russian will also be offered at the secondary level for students to learn about the culture of the world and to enrich their global knowledge and mobility according to their own interest and aspirations. But here you see, this has been given focus at the secondary stage. Okay, so you see, at the elementary stage or the foundational preparatory or till the completion of the middle stage, you can say these are the basic education, or these are the foundational education. At this stage, one should learn in one's mother tongue, and when the child enter at the secondary stage, his thinking, his language acquisition skill, his knowledge horizon, his or her abstract thinking, that gets widened. So that's why here not only English language, but also other international languages, just like the Korean, Japanese, Thai, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, and Russian, it should also given importance that if the child want to learn such languages, they are welcome. They can learn at the secondary stage, because at the later stage you will find that for different purpose, maybe for higher studies in different other universities and different foreign universities, at the same time for for practicing the job, or for practicing the profession, you will find that mobility takes place. Means a substantial group of Indian scholars, they move other countries also. So that's why they will be requiring language proficiency, language efficiency in different well-known language, different popular languages which is practiced globally, just like the Korean, Japanese, Thai, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, and Russian. So this is also given importance in NEP 2020. Then further, in another point, this has been explained that the teaching of all languages will be enhanced through innovative and experiential method. I was just talking about that how to make language teaching more effective, how to make language teaching more interesting, how to make language teaching more learner centered. Because this has been observed that many a time you will find that the childrens that doing well in other subjects, they're doing well many a time in social sciences, in sciences, in mathematics, but when you will compare their score with other school subjects in comparison to language, you will find that they acquire or they get very you can say the proficiency and the competency, the skills that they acquire in language that is comparatively less than other subjects. So that's why how to use the innovative and experiential method to teach language is also given importance in NEP 2020. So you see that is including through gamification and different types of apps. Then further you can say by using just I was talking about a small films, theater, storytelling, poetry and music. Okay, so such type of things can be practiced which is related to a real life experience, and how to use the real life experience relating to language, relating to their home and mother tongue, that also how to connect it with the school curriculum so far as language teaching is concerned is also one of the important you can say in the coming days is one of the important aspect for practicing, for implementing the NEP 2020. So the teaching of language will also be based on the experiential learning pedagogy, means the experience of the children should be somehow incorporated, included in the curriculum. Then again, this has been clearly said that the state is having you can say they have the right to select their languages within the three language formula. Within the three language formula, two languages should be the Indian languages, and another one language maybe the English language so far as the foundational and middle stage is concerned. Up to you can say foundational and preparatory stage is concerned, and up to middle stage, it is up to the state that which two languages they will select. But the three language formula, NEP 2020 has retained the three language formula which is being practiced in our present education system. Then again, one of the questions that comes to the mind of the scholars, mind of the teachers, students, that if mother tongue is practiced as a medium of instruction both in government and private schools, then after moving that is up to middle stage of education, then when the child move from middle stage of education, means after completion of grade 8, standard 8, then when the child enters at the secondary stage, that means in the class 9, so if the child change medium of instruction, let from mother tongue to any other language, let mother tongue to English, so it will be very you can say a very difficult period, a very complex transitive period for them to acquaint themselves with other language background at a sudden